Okay, good afternoon, everybody. This is Robin with Stamp with Dr. Robin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in beautiful San Diego, California, where the temperature here, because we're inland today, is supposed to be in the high 70s, and it's been that way the last few days. So I'm sorry for all you people who are back there on the East Coast and the upper Midwest that are freezing their butts off right now, but we are beautiful here. And there's a nice little breeze blowing, and my garden's starting to come alive. Things are starting to bloom. I think they really think it's spring. And maybe you can tell I have a lovely spring cold here. Most likely got it when I wasn't here last Monday because I was at a beautiful family wedding up in Los Angeles, but there were lots of people, and willing to bet one of them got me sick. So I'm feeling better, thank you, but I am still a little bit sick. So I got some cough drops sitting here ready to go in case I need them. I'm just trying to find myself online to make sure we are up and running. There we go. I see somebody's on. Say hi, whoever this is, so that I can make sure that I'm getting through to people. There we go. And we are going to talk today about some upcoming things. We had a lovely class this weekend. Week before last, I showed you this cool card with this special little surprise inside. That was one of our ones that we made at class yesterday. Next month, I'm going to be using the beautiful butterfly set. So if you're interested, let me know. It'll, as always, include 4 different cards and directions and a half pack of the beautiful bouquet paper, and probably at least some, if not the whole bouquet mix that comes with it, because I'm sure there's going to be a shaker card involved in that class. Anyway, which reminds me, the reason I thought it would be really fun to do this next month is that you can get the beautiful butterflies stamp set free this month if you order $60 or more. Hey, Jackie, glad you could join me, and Doris. And anyway, you can get this stamp set free. So get it this week before you're going to want to pay for it, because you're going to take this class and go, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I don't yet have, I do have the stamp set. Where did I put it? There's the stamp set, which alone is nice, but the real star is that it comes with a hybrid embossing folder. And I don't have that yet because it was on back order and now it's back. So you might want to get that. Like I said, you can get that beautiful butterflies stamp set free with a $60 order, but only till the end of this week, because then Celebration is gone. So let me know if you need me to order anything for you. All right, so the big news other than that around here is you can also, if you're a demonstrator, pre-order from this next set of online exclusives, which goes live next week on March 4th. And I'm going to show you some of the stuff I got and use some of it today. I didn't get a whole lot, although there is a whole lot there, because in 2 weeks I'm going to a Stampin' Up! Little event where we can actually pre-order stuff from the new catalog. And so I know I'm going to spend a ton of money there, so I did want to feel like I had to limit myself once I'm there. Hold on. Everything's getting all discombobulated down at my feet. Anyway, so I will show you what I did get in my kind of top picks. So here we go, putting you down. Whoops. Something fell a little bit. So I told you last time we were live that Facebook changed some things so that now you won't be able to read the words because they're still backwards. And I don't know why, but they've decided they don't really care about that. So apparently this is a thing now, that everything is gonna, you know, unless you have one of the more expensive add-on kind of things that you can get to show you. Anyway, so this is my top pick for the upcoming online exclusive. So those of you who loved your deckled rectangles, this is like souped up, even more beautiful deckled rectangles. Why? Because they all have these edges. So these are obviously gradation in size, and they all have different edges. Maybe you can see it more on these. Can you see that? How the edges are just beautiful, and they're all just a little bit different. Hopefully you can see that. All different sizes. I think this is the one we're going to be using today, and this one is just, you could use that with any sentiment piece. And this is from a suite, like a giant suite, called Botanical Textures. And this does come in a bundle, this textured notes. I did not yet get the stamp set that goes with it, which is kind of a nature-inspired stamp set. I was just in awe of these textured notes. Also in that kind of mega suite are two different DSP bundles. One is Botanical Textures, which is this one that's exclusively, oh, that's so pretty. You can see so many pretty things being colored by that. Exclusively black and white, but obviously you can make it any color you want on the white parts. So you can see how, first of all, it's very textured, and second of all, it's very, you know, nature inspired. And then this is the other set of DSP, which is called Woven Textures, which I think is so cool looking. I mean, I think they really did take pictures of these things and make them. I mean, this is just looks like a mat, a real live mat. Just so cool, so realistic looking. I'm totally amazed. So those are the two sets of DSP that's in that Botanical Textures suite. I also got from there the mini corrugated 3D embossing folder, which looks like that once it's embossed. Kind of like the, this is crumb cake. You know, it comes in some of your packages kind of thing. And also the, what are these called? Neutral matte dots. I really like to, I don't know if you can see along the side like that, they're really starting to make more of their embossing, embellishments flatter, so they'll be easier to mail. So that's another example of that. And then this white ribbon, it's about 1/4 inch, and it's open weaved, but you can obviously, oh here, let's just get a, let me see what color, since we're using Fresh Freesia later. You can color it any color that you really want. So all you do is that, and it becomes whatever color you want it to be. So that's a white, now Fresh Freesia colored ribbon. And then the next thing I want to show you is an online exclusive. It's actually been out for a little while. You guys can get this right now, because this was to also remind me that if you go online and you search for the scrapbooking brochure, there are some beautiful things in there that even if you're not a scrapbooker, you can use for cards. And this is called Everyday Happiness paper. And I just thought this would be perfect for like die cards or sympathy cards. It's just very natural looking. And instead of coming with 6 designs, you actually get only these 3 designs, but you get 4 of each of these. So I think that's just really, really And like I said, that you can get now, and the easiest way to find it is through the scrapbooking brochure. And then the last paper I want to show you, which we are going to be using today, is the Lovely Garden. And this is a whole suite also. Again, I don't have the bundle that goes with this, but I do have the paper. The bundle has like flower, like a stamp with a flower like this, and a flower that's a hydrangea. Hey, did you guys notice my my pretty henna? That was from the wedding that we were at this last weekend. Anyway, these are the different papers from that. You can see some of them, a lot of them have black and white on one side, which means, again, they can be any color. It's just so pretty. So there's the whole reverse sides. So we are going to be using this Lovely Garden paper. So let's, get to it. This is the stamp set that we're going to be using. This, again, is a new online exclusive that you can get now as a demonstrator, or if you want to join up, which reminds me again to tell you guys, the joining special right now is amazing because you get an extra $30 worth of product, any product of your choice, or you get $70 worth of markers. That's 2 whole marker sets plus a special stamp set. So you got until now, till the end of the week, to get that special. Anyway, this It's Okay is another one from what's about to come on for online exclusives. The reason I got this is for the sayings. I'll read them to you because I know since this changed with Facebook, you can't really read them. It's enough if all you did today was survive. What can I do to help? Take your time. I'm here when you're ready. It's okay to try again tomorrow. Inhale, exhale. I really like that one. It's okay to sit and simply feel how you feel. I just thought that was a really kind of encouraging set of sentiments that I thought would be cool to use. So here's the card that we're going to make today. And the reason I chose this is I wanted to choose a card set that you could actually see both sides of the DSP. So this one, you open it up and you see the back side of the DSP on here. And then I don't know if you've noticed this ribbon, this Fresh Freesia ribbon. It's a velvet ribbon. This is another part of this suite. It goes with the paper there, as well as these new embellishments that are called, what are they called? Starburst sequins. Get them up there. Can you see how they say starburst? To me, they look like flowers, but they are really cool. So that's what we're going to be using today. And I wanted to show you too, since this, this card, it's nice to see the back. This one isn't that exciting. I mean, one thing we could do is we could put some color on there. So let's think about that. So I made it in another with our Delightful Wishes paper. And, this one has the more pronounced backside, just to show you using this same design. And you'll notice with this design, what I like to do is I like to leave that little edge around it. Some people like to cut this piece so it goes all the way to the edge, so you don't even see the back. But I kind of like, since this has a edging around it, that would also. So that's what we're going to do today. Hey, Becky, thank you. That's very kind of you. All right, so we're going to start with a piece of Fresh Freesia. That's our usual 8.5 by 5.5. And it is scored at 4 1/4. But we are going to cut off part of this. We are going to cut off 3 inches off of one side. And that'll leave 1 1/4 inches there for our front okay? Don't be dismayed here. We are going to use this other, whoops, this other part of that, and we are going to, I don't know if you noticed on here, there's our little backing piece. So we were going to use that in our new textured notes, and we are not going to waste that piece that we cut off. So it should fit through with my little mini cut and emboss machine. And we got to stagger those plates. Unlike the big one, it works way better if you stagger the plates. What I mean by that, I didn't show you at the beginning, is what you don't want to do when you're using the little mini machine is put them all even like this. It works much better if you stagger some of them. All right, so now we got that. I tell you guys, look at that. You want these textured notes, write that down. All right. So now this is just 1 1/4 inches, and we are going to put a 1-inch piece of that same Lovely Garden DSP. Oh my gosh, that one's kind of pretty too. It's a little too light. Almost out of this. So I got another one ready. So this is just a 1 by 5 1/4 piece. Fits in perfectly in there. And then this is some of the beautiful DSP that is 4 by 5 1/4 to fit in here. But now that I was noticing how kind of plain that is on the inside, I'm thinking maybe we can dress it up a little bit. What do you guys think? So what I'm gonna do is get a little bit of fresh freesia, because that's the color of the day here, after I knock over everything. And maybe we can get a little surprise on the inside. So what I always do when I'm inking a brush is tap a little bit of it off. Now this one needs to get some more ink in here. And then maybe we can just swirl a little ink around in here and get a little bit of color. Should we bring in another color, you guys? What do you think? If we bring another color into the middle, we do this on both sides. What color, let's think about this. What color else would we want in here? Do we want Highland Heather? Maybe some Petunia Pop? Or we could bring in some of the green. Help me design it, you guys, because this was like a last minute, oh, this would be kind of pretty. If we just brought in some color. All right, what do you think? What should we do for another color in there? We can do Petunia Pop. We can do the Garden Green, because that's the other color in this. Or we can do Highland Heather. What do you think? I think I'm going to go with the Petunia and just hope it's not too bright. We'll just do it really lightly at first. Now, I don't have a blending brush for every single color. This is just my purple one. So what I do is I just try to get off some of whatever color I was just using. Ooh, that's really bright. Let's get off more color. All right, I'm gonna try, still, even though I gives it a little more color on the back there. Makes it a little bit more interesting, doesn't it? All right, now we're ready to put it in. So when you open it up, you're gonna see that instead of all white here. Whoops, needs to go like that if we wanna make it. These actually do have a direction. The other thing we could put in there, do you guys remember these paper butterflies? Oh my gosh, I actually have one sitting here that has some fresh freesia. What do you think? Should we kind of put that in here too? Maybe give it a little bit of petunia pop in there on the edges. That would give it a little bit more color here. Make it a little bit more interesting. I like that. It's going to be our surprise inside. It's a little extra surprise. I am going to try to lay it sort of flat. You know, a lot of times I'll pull these up and then I can cover some of that part that I blobbed a little bit. What do you guys think? Oh, that's so much prettier, don't you think, than the other one? All right, so we are going to put that in here, and what I found easiest was to actually put my ink on, my glue on here. Make sure I've lined it up. And then before it's like totally done, close it up here. And what I want to try to make sure, this piece is 4 by 5 1/4, but what I really want to do is make sure it looks good from this side, which I'm making a mess of. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is just put it down like this and then close it up. Because what you're really gonna notice is this lined up? Is this lined up? Do you see a nice straight margin here? Because the other side, which is right here, that's not so important. That's not what people are gonna see. But don't you agree that that looks so much prettier than that? And we got a little surprise inside. Okay, so let's make our little inside piece as well as what's going on the outside. So we are using one of those stamps from the It's Okay, and this says, "It's enough if all you did today was survive." You guys, we all have days like that, right? Where all you want to do is survive. So let's acknowledge that with each other. I can think about 5 different people I could send that to right now who would appreciate that sentiment. So that's just black Memento ink, which I will close up because it's trying to get on my card. And that's another one of those textured notes dies. And then we have some garden green ink. And we're going to use this little flowery, or not flowery, leaf from that same stamp set. That's for the inside. And then the stamped off part is going on the outside. So you notice I didn't re-ink there. I just did them both together, basically. All right, so let's put this together. This I'm just going to glue on. I love these new little nesting rectangles because I'm one of the people who said, no, you can't take away my deckled rectangles. Oh, we got a bunch of new people. Hi, Karen. Hi, Regina. Hi, Becky. No, you were already here. Hi, Jean. Hi, Diane. If you guys missed anything, once I'm done, I'll get it up and replaying. I also want to tell you, Facebook just notified all of us who do Facebook Lives that they are now only going to keep them for 30 days. So if you're used to kind of watching these after the fact, you only got 30 days to watch them. Now, I do upload mine afterwards to YouTube, and so far anyway, YouTube isn't telling me that they're going to be getting rid of them. How big is this one? This is 3 3/4 by 5 on our inside piece. And then for the outside piece, we're going to use this pretty ribbon. Now there's two ways to do what I did on here. One is you can make a giant bow and then attach it. But what I decided to do was to try something different, because this new ribbon, this velvet ribbon, it's only 1/4 inch. But if you tie a bow with this, first of all, if you try tying it a regular way, your bow comes out inside out on the other side. So if you're these are one-sided. So if you're tying a bow, you have to do it like this, like what I call bunny rabbit ears, so that you can get them, both sides of your bow, looking the same. But then if you're going to put it on as a bow, this inside part you will see. So that's what made me decide I'm just going to do it like this. And then I can just stick it to my dimensionals and they will hold everything in place. And I won't have to worry about which side is up and which side is down, because from the other side, it will all be right. Okay, so if you pretend that this was a bow, it's going to go like this. It's going to go like, oops, that's a little too much on that side. Actually, I think I want to try to get them both on this one. So see what I mean by it kind of looks like I've made a bow here? But the reality is, I have not. And it's a little less stressful trying to make a non-bow than it is trying to make a bow every time. So let's see how that looks from the other side. Oh, that's good. Just make sure that all the right things are sticking out on the other side. So you can do that with dimensionals. You could just put a piece of tear and tape down here and attach them that way. All right, and then all we need is a few of these pretty starburst sequins. They come in, looks like, 3 different colors, 2 different sizes. So I'm going to put one up here of the big ones and one down here of the little one. And then on the other one, I used a little one over here, and I think this time I'm going to use a big one over there. But this time, yeah, we'll put it down there. Isn't that pretty? I just think this is so lovely. So here's the difference in our ones from, this is the one from today, which looks exactly the same as the one that I did, but when you open it up, that is way prettier, don't you think? So there we go. All right. So what do you think? What's your favorite thing about this? To me, I mean, you guys know I'm a designer series paper freak, but I love these textured notes dies. I think they're going to be a big hit. So March 4th, put them on there. And like I said, we're going to be doing class for March is going to be the beautiful butterflies. I'm going to put you back up, and you can come do it here with me on March 23rd. And if you're further away, then you can do that by mail. So let me know if you're interested. Oh, I got a little thumbs up. Thank you, whoever did that. And like I said, go back to the beginning if you haven't seen this whole thing yet. In a few minutes, it'll be right back up, and I will see you guys next Monday. Take care. Bye.